This is me in November of 2017. Hi, Jeg kommer fra USA. Getting better. This me moved to Denmark just 6 months ago. He has a Risacort, he's tried Lakritz. Will they ever make me stop trying it? No. But 2017 me is seeing some weird Danish Christmas things for the very first time. Why does that girl have candles on her head? Today, you and I are going to explain to 2017 me what all these weird things about Danish Christmas mean. Why does that tree have candles on its very dry branches? We're going to cover all of that and more. So if you're watching this as somebody who recently moved to Denmark and it's your very first Christmas season, or maybe you're visiting Denmark for Christmas for the first time, I'm going to make things a little bit less weird for you and explain some Danish traditions and experiences that you may or may not be used to. Er du klar? Huh? Oh, yeah. Can we start at a bar? Selvfølgelig. Bruh. I mean, future me. It was just Halloween last weekend, and they started playing Jingle Bells at this bar and handed us these Christmas beers. What's up with that? This is called J-Day. So to a lot of Danes, it's just a commercial corporate beer holiday. But if you're not a Grinch, it's actually pretty fun. Tuborg Beer started doing this back in 1981 to celebrate the release of its Christmas beer, and it just stuck. It's not the best Danish Christmas beer, but it is the first of the season. And this is called a julebrew? You're saying that wrong. I'm sure I'll get it eventually. No, you won't. But my point is, this kind of kicks off the Christmas season. You mean Yule? Yeah, very good. We'll say Yule for Christmas, Juleman for Santa. Oh, and by the way, he lives in Greenland with the Nisa, not in the North Pole with the elves. But I digress. See, the festive atmosphere begins taking over from this weekend on. Are there more events like this? Well, not exactly like this, but you'll have a lot of gatherings with friends and family. Oh, on the 13th of December, for example, you'll have St. Lucia Day, which includes a parade of children, mainly girls, with the lead girl wearing a wreath of 4 candlesticks on her head. So many candles. You have no idea. Anyway, Christmas markets will start to pop up in the next week or two, and it's really nice having an earlier start to the season. It does seem less stressful to spread the holiday season over 2 months instead of waiting until late November and then trying to cram everything in until after Thanksgiving. Exactly. Starting this week, people will actually begin to decorate their homes for Christmas all over Denmark. Is it similar to how Americans decorate? No. It's nothing like that. In fact, let's go to the apartment so you can see what it looks like. Okay. A little dramatic, I see. Well, I get it from you. Oh, it's a little boring. How did you get in here? I was out of wine and toilet paper. Ew, what happened to us? Just ignore him. That's us from 2020. Sometimes he sneaks in here. Shh. Tiger King. Ooh, what happened to him? Is he drinking wine from the bottle? And is that gonna happen to me? I think so, but look, things work out okay. You actually weren't supposed to see that. We mostly just ignore the 2020 versions of ourselves, and actually 2021 too. Let's focus on the decorations. Now, Danish Christmas trees are real, not plastic. If you get a fake Christmas tree, your neighbors will make fun of you, and the tree should be decorated with gold or silver stars. Also Danish flags, because Denmark. And these cute paper hearts that Hans Christian Andersen invented. Oh, and also candles. There's also a lot of calendars. Let me guess, a Yule calendar? Yes, you're doing so well. Danish children count down to Christmas with various types of calendars. Some are homemade present calendars, and others you can buy with candy in them at the grocery store. There's even one that's a case of beer for us big kids. And on TV, you have Christmas calendars in the form of a short Christmas show that's broken into 24 mini episodes. They air one each night until the 24th of December. That sounds cool, but that sounds like a lot of work too. Yeah, it's hard to be a Nisa man. I'm sure I'll understand what that means by next Christmas. Anyway, tell me about the candles on the tree. They're just decoration, right? It seems like a fire hazard if not. Nah, candles are a big part of, well, they're a big part of Danish winter in general, but especially at Christmas. Each Sunday in Advent, you'll light one of the 4 candles on the Advent wreath, and some people even exchange gifts then. On the 24th, the whole family will dance around the Christmas tree also. That seems safe. They're not all lit, are they? Well, the adults usually are. They have lots of snaps, but that's only for the grown-ups. The kids generally drink Nisaul, which doesn't have much alcohol at all. I was talking about the candles. Oh, then yeah, I guess everything on the 24th is pretty much lit. The 24th? Yeah, so I forgot to mention, in Denmark and most of Northern Europe, Christmas is celebrated on the 24th of December. That's the big Christmas meal and the big Christmas celebration. Some families also have a meal together on the 23rd or a little Christmas Eve, and everyone is off of work on the 25th and the 26th. So that's when almost everything will be closed. But again, the big show is the evening of the 24th. Ah, okay. So in a way, it's like the Yule feast begins at sunset, just like in the Old Norse tradition, which makes the 24th so important. Exactly. It's the main Christmas celebration in Denmark. There's a traditional dinner with roast pork, maybe even duck or goose. You'll have potatoes, brown gravy, red cabbage, and ris à la mode, which is a really good dessert. It's a cold rice pudding with a hot cherry sauce. They even hide an almond in it, and if you find that almond without choking on it, then you'll win a gift. It's usually a marzipan pig. And then the other presents are opened slowly, usually one at a time, and the day is spent with family. You also might play a game with a lot of other little presents where everybody rolls a dice, hoards and steals presents from one another, and maybe it gets a little bit violent. That seems very Viking. So that's the only Christmas meal gathering, or are there more? No, there's actually a lot more. You've also got the Christmas lunch or the julefrokost, and that can be with your work friends, teammates, with your family. They're all a bit different depending who's there, but let's head to one now. Okay, so many people in Denmark will go to 3 or 4 Christmas meals throughout the season, but the others are more of a party lunch. Most workplaces, unions, and even clubs and teams and friend groups will have a julefrokost or a Christmas lunch. So I'll get to go to Mike's work julefrokost then. No, most workplaces keep them employees only for julefrokost. They go all night, involve a lot of drinking, and what happens at julefrokost stays at julefrokost. That seems like something that I'll just stop asking questions about. So is there a family version of this too? Yeah, usually that will be held on the 26th with your extended family. It's probably worth mentioning that while Danes are sometimes religious, more families will attend church on Christmas than the rest of the year. The Danish Christmas traditions are more focused on family traditions and togetherness rather than religious aspects of the holiday. In some ways, this can make it even more inclusive for foreigners because everybody can be a part of these traditions. So the 25th and 26th of December are public holidays, but they're usually spent with family and for relaxing, but can also be continued festivities. Yeah, I guess that describes it pretty well. In most families, it's another traditional meal with slightly different food and lots of alcohol, snaps, and that Danish liquor. Ooh, snaps. That drink is rough. Yeah, you'll get used to it. The food, not as much. But if you want to see what's eaten at those traditional Christmas lunches, you'll have to watch this video right here and watch Mike and I enjoy, react to the traditional Danish Christmas julefrokost. You can watch that right here. Thanks for watching today, everybody. Hi.